Hello to all the P.I.M.O JWs around the world, the XJWs around the world, and the JWs around the world, because I know you're watching. This is Mackie, P.I.M.O JW Jones, and today I wanted to talk about a certain type of XJW. And the ones who I want to talk about in particular are the ones who are physically out but mentally in. So they would be considered POMIs. So to all of my POMIs, I'm going to be talking about you guys. I actually feel more sorry for these types of XJWs over all of the rest. And the reason is because they are the ones that feel the most isolated. Because they think that they can't talk to their JW families anymore, for one. Of course, until, they decide if they want to become reinstated or become, go back. But until that time, they feel like they still have to limit their association as well with non-JWs. Because in their minds, like I said, they're still mentally in. So they think that non-JWs are still considered bad association. So now they feel like they have absolutely nobody to talk to. Like nobody to vent to, nobody to turn to. Unless they, still pray to Jehovah. And a lot of times they even feel too guilty to even do that, because they feel so bad about whatever sin that they did to get them disfellowshipped, to the point where they don't even want to pray to Jehovah anymore. So it's like being that pretty much nobody in the Watchtower organization, being that no one in the Watchtower organization has any education or any PhD in mental health and psychology. They actually think that this is a great way to help the disfellowshipped ones in a positive way. Like clearly, people who run this organization have no degrees in any kind of mental health at all, which we already know that. You already know. The governing body member ain't got no degree in none of this. So they want to treat their members like kids at a daycare. Oh, little Johnny, you're being bad. Little Sarah, you're being bad. So we got to sit you in the corner. You can't talk to the other little kids until you behave and follow the rules. Okay? What does that sound like? That sounds like the Jehovah's Witness organization, doesn't it? But it's ran like the Jehovah's Witnesses are the little children, and the Watchtower organization is the daycare workers or the teachers. And they treat you like little children. So little Johnny got to sit in a corner with the dunce cap. And all the other little kids are looking at him whispering, what he do? I don't know. They do the exact same thing to disfellowship people. They even do it to reprove people. I have a video about that too. They still treat you like you are like a permanent stain. Whether you are disfellowshipped or not. Even if you become reinstated, they still look at you like you still, damaged goods or whatever. They sit you in the corner with the dunce cap. They want to make you feel as stupid as you could possibly feel for whatever you did. It's now the humiliation mechanism. That's a mechanism. It's not healing. It's not helping. It's just a mechanism. Mechanisms either work positively or negatively. They don't really have anything about how to heal someone. They tell you to just go out in service. Read the Bible. Do everything that you're supposed to do as a Jehovah's Witness. And then you come back when we want you to. Or when we feel like you're ready. You know. That's your time out. And if you're a P.I.M.O, you think that this is a loving provision. Oh my goodness. When it's not. You know, because sadly, in some instances, some of the POMI XJWs become extremely depressed. They're not prone to depression. They're not prone to suicide. They have those feelings as well. They become depressed. They turn to drugs. They turn to alcohol. They might become overly promiscuous. And they could even, like I said, commit suicide. Because, I'm going to tell you something. It's not what they did that makes them feel bad. It's the way that they're treated by the organization that makes them feel bad. They want you to feel like the worst person in the world for what you did. Similar to like a murderer facing prison time. Doing the utmost horrible thing. Probably even facing solitary confinement. Because they can't talk to anyone when they're in solitary confinement. And that's how a POMI feels. They're too afraid to talk to worldly people. They can't talk to Jehovah's Witness people. They're just totally, it's total isolation. And the Watchtower organization wants them to feel that way. They don't want them to know that there's this great big world out here, you know, that they can go to. Plenty of people that they can go to externally outside the organization for help. People that they can befriend and things like that. But for the POMIs, they don't feel like they have anyone. But, and Watchtower doesn't want them to realize that. They would rather you become depressed and commit suicide. Sorry, I heard keys. You know I'm a POMI. I'm a P.I.M.O. So I heard keys and I'm like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? That could be my husband. But, yeah, they would rather you become depressed and commit suicide than for you to know the truth. And that's incredibly sad. So I got a question for the POMIs if you're watching this. Why would you think that Watchtower would call the disfellowshipping arrangement a loving arrangement? I mean, hey, you can send me a message. My email is melanin.depression@gmail.com, or you can add me on Facebook, Mackie J. Jones. You can send me a message there. I'll have all my contact information in the description box for you guys. I'm thinking about you guys, really, I am. That's what this video was about. It was about the POMIs, because I know you guys are going through it, you know, and you don't have to necessarily go through any of this at all. Because in my opinion, well, actually, it ain't even an opinion, it's a fact. This is mental abuse, okay? This is mental abuse, and you don't have to isolate yourself like this. Now, I know, of course, your family, they're mentally enslaved still. They're mentally indoctrinated, so they're not going to talk to you. But there's other people that you can talk to. You can talk to the XJW community. You can find therapy, you know. So, yeah. So I'm just thinking about you guys. I'm thinking about everyone. Just wanted to make this short and quick, trying to make this video less than 10 minutes. So this is Mackie P.I.M.O. J.W. Jones. Question everything. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. And don't be afraid to do outside research. And I got my little shirt. Be kind, everyone. All right? Love you all in peace.